love happen. Keep giving all the love you can. Oh, baby. When I'm telling you, stand by your man. Everybody, stand by your man.
That was probably
Thank you
the
very
most
much.
interesting rendition I've ever heard of that song.
You can't hardly go anywhere without seeing a karaoke sign, you know. Every bar seems like it's got karaoke at least one night a week, 2 nights a week. A lot of people like myself, because I practice so much at home, they'll watch the screen, but they're like me, they're not even really looking at the screen. They do that because they're not wanting to look out at the crowd. Then you got people that climb on the crowd, you know what I mean? And I mean, that's good too.
I'm working straight to the crowd, you know, they're all there and I'm working right at it. I can look them right in the eye, and I like that, you know, I like working where I can see the audience. They're not too far away, but yet, you know, they can dance.
It's a self-inflicted entertainment. You know, you get to get up out of your seat, you don't just have to sit there and drink all night, you know. And I never went into bars, never went into bars until I started karaoke.
It's like making love to a woman, you know, I mean, you start out slow and you got to get in the mood and that kind of thing. You just build up.
Music is like the air I breathe. Without it, I die.
Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive. That is my honest to God theme song.
I'm telling you right now, young man, the king's not dead. I'm sitting right here in front of you.
Shania Twain. I love Shania Twain. And I really think that I have the talent that she does and I can be just like her.
I feel like my singing brings the beauty out of the beast.
Every note, I feel it like it's every nerve in my body. It's not just singing to me. I become whatever the music is. I become whatever the notes are.
It's about living the American trilogy, about the dream, about being there, about going to places you've never been before, about doing things you've never seen, about living the American dream, the impossible dream.
I think that with this karaoke competition coming up that I can really make that happen.
Elvis has been there, Frank Sinatra, like I said, the names go on and on and on. Any particular day you can get to Vegas and you can drive down the strip and there it is. You got MGM boxing, you got everything. I mean, just stars, billboards, and I want to be cruising down and all of a sudden there it is, Anthony Falcone.
I am Ace Stradlin and I am the king of karaoke. I like to perform, I like to be the center of attention, and I still do. I think that's why I am like I am today, is because when I was growing up, I was always the center of everybody's attention.
Now I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain.
I found myself craving and desiring that need for all eyes to be on me. Now, instead of enjoying that, I actually need it to survive. I feed off of being in the limelight and being in public and being seen and having all eyes upon me. It's where I'm most comfortable.
My name is Crystal Waterford. I'm a karaoke singer. I'm on stage. It's my world. I do really well there. I think I can win the championship, the competition of whatever it's going to be. I think that I am the best. I am a diva. There is no question about it. I get on stage, it's fantasy for you and me.
My Nana always said that you will be in your life what's least expected of you. And I never envisioned that I'd be an Elvis Presley impersonator until the next day. When I woke up, the first song I heard was Suspicious Minds. And she says, your time has come. And honest to God's truth, I started doing Elvis from that day on. I was 5 years old.
My name is Desiree Tryan, and my family is the creator of the tricycle. And what I want to do in my life is sing opera. Music is my life.
My name is Dakota Frost, and I'm 21 years old. I am a college student, and as soon as I get out of college, I'm in a major with theater. And as soon as I get out, I really want to be a karaoke star.
I was going around the house. I was being Elvis Jr., little mini Elvis, so I call it. And I dropped the microphone in there, and I electrocuted my parents.
I see myself as a young Eleanor Roosevelt. I just know how to groom myself better.
I need the money from my dynasty, my family's dynasty. But right now, my aunt, who shall remain nameless, soulless, heartless person that she is keeping everyone else on hold with this money. And I can only tell you how frustrating it is for me.
The moment I knew I was supposed to be Elvis Presley, I sat down on this toilet and I started living life as if he never did die.
I'm from a small town in Kentucky with sort of an unusual name. And I really feel that since I'm from such a large family and from this small, obscure place, that this karaoke competition is my chance to, make my mark on the world.
My name's Anthony Falcone. I'm here to seek fame and fortune through the wrestling industry.
From the O Lucky Cab Company, Taxi!
To go back further, I did a little basketball, baseball, football during high school. I was average, very average through it all. Afterwards, I got into just some mediocre jobs, and one night at a bar, they had a tough man competition. I had about a couple adult beverages in me. And my friends were just egging me on. Come on, man, you can do it, you can do it. And next thing you know, I'm in there, and I'm the last guy standing at the end of the night. So one guy who was in the audience, he had something to do with wrestling, to be honest with you. He never wrestled, but he had something. I don't know if he was a promoter, if he owned the league. Next thing you know, he called me up at the end of the night, got with me, he said, listen, here's my card, call me if you ever want to earn some extra money. At first, I thought he was kind of a freak. I didn't know if he was like some kind of, I don't know, scary. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A guy completely shows up and he's like, here's my card if you ever want to make money. I don't know if he's a prostitute or whatever. ends up pro wrestling, and that's what it was from there. It seemed like about 8 months into it, all of a sudden I started, you know, lasting a little longer, caught a win here and there, and next thing you know, it's just momentum built. And now, I mean, I'm at the stage where, you know, some nights I win, some nights I lose, but I always feel like I'm making progress towards the next level. About 2 years into my wrestling experience, I thought I could cheat. I thought I, started taking a little bit of steroids, right? I know it's wrong, and maybe it might come back to haunt me. But I tell you what, kids, Anthony Falcone says don't take steroids because it's the worst thing for you.
This is where they film Rain Man. He said 97X, bam, future of rock and roll. Well, that's ironic because I am the future of rock and roll today, baby. Ace Straddle is in the house. What I really want is to gain the fame aspect of life. I kind of see myself in terms of marketing as, like they did with the Beatles. I see action figures. I see Jello molds with my image. I'm gonna sell out. I'm gonna make as much more money as I can. Get my face and my image on everything. Sides of buses. Working on a script right now. It's a porno called Ace in the Hall. And that's just another way for me to get chicks. Now, I've got the fortune. I've got the money and the cars and the house and the beautiful women. I've got all of that. I just now I want people to know that I have all of it. It's already happening, even though I haven't been crowned yet. It's all in the process. It's all in the works. No question about it. No question. No question. No doubt about it. No question. And I don't know if it's an ego thing or what, but it's just what drives me. I can see a lot of people. It's instant audience. Just add music. Instant audience.
Twist and shout. More than you can see your person now. Come on and work it on out. You look so good. You twist so fun.
You don't see people doing what I do. You don't see people downtown, doing random acts of karaoke, I like to call it. I guess my voice is my instrument. That's how I look at it. And I like to share it with as many people as I can.
I don't know about making a living singing, but I'm making a good living just running karaoke. I mean, I used to work a regular job. This is all I do, As soon as I went out and bought my karaoke system, I went to bars, and I mean, they were literally, and I really hated to do it, but it's business. I would go, go in bars where they were already having karaoke, and because the people knew me so well, they would get rid of the person they had in there to hire me. So when I first started, I was doing it 6 nights a week. I did like 6 nights a week for 2 years and worked my regular job 8 and 9 hours a day. I dropped my job. I was making really good money doing the karaoke. And like I said, I enjoy it as much. I'm gonna enjoy it tonight when I run as much as I did when I first started.
A lot of people, obviously, everybody ain't great or nothing like that. But some of the singers that comes through the door, you wouldn't believe. I mean, they should be making the CDs like this big stars, I mean, they're really good.
The greatest thing about when you do sing karaoke, if people are into your song, if you have the right song for the right group of people, and when the group of people sing your backup for you, And when they're really into it, when everybody in the whole place is singing the song that you're singing, it's the greatest thing.
It's a lot of fun, and I meet a lot of people, and they're very good to me, and they treat me real good, and I like the feeling it gives me, you know. Tommy says it makes me not so different from the other people, because, you know, I'm doing the same thing they're doing, which is, you know, nice.
I really got into it because I went out singing 7 nights a week anyway. So, you know, I just thought to myself, it cost me a divorce, but.
2 drunk women came up on the stage and were joining in, but more that they were kind of grabbing onto my arm and back of my neck and so forth. And I was very nervous because my fiance was sitting right in front of me, and I thought she would be upset with me, even though I didn't have anything to do with it. She was sitting there laughing her ass off. And so that was difficult trying to finish the song with 2 drunk women hanging on my shoulders.
The guy one night came out with toilet paper stuffed in his ears. I mean, it's funny, but you know, some people like to prove a point. You know what I mean? He had toilet paper stuffed in his ears, hanging out this far. Had toilet paper stuffed up his nose and in his mouth. You know what I mean? I mean, that's a pretty strong expression to say, and I don't want this going in my head nowhere. The sound of this voice, you know what I'm saying? And walk out there and fall on the floor right in front of this person.
I love this karaoke because it's like you get all this attention you never get at home. And when I was younger, I was the oldest of 11 kids, and my dad always said, "Can't you sing or do anything like Brenda Lee?" So she was my idol, and I'm trying to sound good, but I love the attention. It's great.
Actually, my wife got me started on this. She started singing a long time ago, and I started messing around with the guys a little bit, and then started enjoying it more and more, and it just affords me the opportunity to really get out and try something, and I just kind of enjoy it for myself, and when the people enjoy what I do, it makes me even enjoy it better.
I only sing one song, but I come here because I like to be with my friends. I met a lot of nice people here.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I can't describe. I feel like I'm going to explode. That's how I feel.
If there's any advice I can give to up-and-coming performers, just go with your instinct, go with your gut. Sometimes you got to use the environment around you. Like tonight, I'm using digits.
I mean, this is where I want to be. 2-3 nights a week, be able to make people happy, make people want to come and see me. As long as I get that kind of satisfaction, I'll climb the stage.
Number one thing about it, man, I just like to tell people, man, to have fun doing it. And don't forget, man, it's for the fun. I mean, because if we was professional, we'd be in Nashville or, you know, we'd be somewhere really big, you know.
I don't know if we talked about the mall tour that I have coming up. I'm going to several different, you know, where they have car shows and things like that. I'm going to just perform, and they don't really know that I'm going to be there. I just kind of show up, but that's the beauty of it. Well, today I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go inside of, this is called South Mall. I think we're outside of Kansas right now. I'm on my mall tour. And basically what I do is I go into at the center of the mall where there's a lot of people, and I try to draw some attention and basically making a name for myself. And it worked for Tiffany. I thought it would work for me. So that's the strategy that I'm taking at this point. Actually, I'm sponsored by Banana Republic in terms of, in addition to Nike, Reebok, and Tampax. You know, this is an Equal Opportunity karaoke tour. That's what I'm on right now. Crowd reaction has been really good so far, I think. You know, I've had security issues to deal with, but outside of the security concerns, you know, I think people like what I do. They like my work. They appreciate the effort that I put into it, and it's all good. I'm gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna go out there and, like I always do, tear them up, knock them dead.
To help myself, I sing karaoke, which is a bit of a release for me. I also have, I do phone work, and I call it phone work because a Okay, let's just say what it is. I'm a 900 sex phone operator.
That's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Same time next week? Great. See you then. What are you gonna do? It's a living. Basically, it pays my bills. It affords me time to be able to continue to do what I want to do, which is study my music, which is to prepare myself for the big moment. And I have to tell you, it is entertaining. People are freaks.
So you were upset for her. Were you physically upset, emotionally? You seem very angry. Why do you think you're so angry?
I was upset that she was upset, but she looked that good. I mean, it's kind of like you're all dressed up, we're nowhere to go, and she's all dressed up, we're just crying. A lot of people won't admit it, but I'm doing little therapy sessions that kind of court ordered. I was really wrapped up in what was going on. It was that all over again, right? That guy was my old schoolmate, and that girl on that film was me. And that's when, girl, stand up, be proud. One thing that's really helped and with my anger management is I sing karaoke now. I just kind of picked it up one night and I just went with it. Got up there, I did a little Jimmy Buffett, Cheeseburger in Paradise. Place went nuts. So, you know, I kind of went with it. And I felt like I was a big ball, and now the more I sing, the more it kind of unravels, it soothes me.
Yeah, I'd say that our family is really musical. It reminds me of the Osmonds. I think that there are many, many similarities between our two families.
You remember that when the Beatles came to the United States for the first time, they played Shea Stadium, and I don't know how 50, 60,000 screaming people. I see myself doing that. American woman, stay away from me. I'm just too good to be aggravated. I like people like Frank Sinatra, Tiny Tim, Jerry Lee Lewis, Elvis. I like what I'm hearing. That's good stuff.
You know, the first show that I do is usually sort of laid back. I'll do some more ballads than I normally would. You know, might do some Sinatra, might do, you know, Mac the Knife, something that's laid back, not really intensified. But as the night progresses, I like to increase the shows to where they get more and more, what's the word? It gets more and more involved where the people get into it more. They've had a few drinks and the music's starting to sound good, you know, and then I can do Disco Inferno by 12 o'clock, you know, something like that.
I'm really more into, like, I guess, Roy Orbison, the Platters, you know, and I mean, what people know me by is, you know, Michael Jackson. I mean, I can go, I've been to Indiana, I mean, I've been as far as Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and people walk up, and that's what they know me by. I mean, they see me down in Ray, they say Michael. They call me Michael just because that's what, you know, they know my name's Dave, but they call me Michael, or it's funny.
Next entertainer is Crystal Waterford, a.k.a. Makia. What is it? Bacasa.
I was born to sing karaoke. It is my world. The stage is mine. I am actually the one who should be doing all of this. Not singing someone else's songs, but singing my songs. I was born to do this. Now, I know that my name is not a one name, and so many other people have the one name thing, so I decided that I have one name, and it is Mikasa. It is my favorite, because when I'm on stage, I am that one person. That's all that anyone will ever need to remember. Mikasa. It has lines. It is cut. It is perfection. There are people that have the one names just like I do. I think mine is far superior because, I mean, you look at J-Lo. You look at Madonna. She's old. You look at Cher. She's even older. I am a one-name person, and I will be recognized in every aspect and in every circle that I am in. And I know that when I'm on stage, there are women looking at me that want to be like me, that epitomize me. So I have decided that I'm going to do a line of cologne, and you know, it's going to be called Ude Makasa. And when you wear it, you will feel like me. Close your eyes and put this on, and you're right there with me.
A few years ago, I was abducted by aliens. It was actually a pretty traumatic experience. They took me up in their ship, but they didn't want to probe me or anything. They really just wanted me to sing karaoke. I think that they had some sort of religion where they were from, and we just sang karaoke all day. It was great, and I really learned to love those aliens. They were my friends. I was in a costume shop a few years ago, and I found a replica of this alien, and it reminded me exactly like one of them. His name was Bozo Bishu, and I carry him around everywhere I go. He's my good luck, and I love the little thing. He's so great. Every karaoke thing I do, before I go on stage, I pray to this, and I just know that they're with me all the time.
I'm here in my basement of my $7 million mansion, and I've got a whole karaoke set up, all ready to go. It's at my fingertips. I have practice access 24/7. And this is where I do all my rehearsing, and I'm gonna show you a little about what I'm doing right now. And I feel, oh God, I knew that I should know. I feel good, I knew that I would now. So good, so nice, I got you. Ow, yeah! You're gonna see like a whole combination of all the things that I've been influenced. James Brown, I mean, that's all those people are like in me, and when I perform, they're like bursting out. They just want to get out there, and everybody's doing their own thing. And it's great to watch me. I mean, I've seen myself on tape before, and I love to watch my performances. It's inspiring, and it makes me want to be even bigger and better, which is hard to believe that that's even possible, but it's what I'm striving for right now. This, my friends, is this is actually my #1 idol, and this is Davy Jones from the Monkees. And if you see at the bottom here, it's in blue and it's kind of hard to read, but it says Ace Stradlin, the King of Karaoke. And that's September 15th, year 2000. One of my big songs that I perform on a regular basis is Daydream Believer. Obviously made famous by Davy Jones of the Monkees.
How you doing? My name is Ace Stradlin. I'm the king of karaoke. I'll be here all week. Show me the money. Show me the money. On the bluebird, as she sang, 6 o'clock alarm would never ring, but it rang, and I ran, but the sleep out of my eyes, shaving razors cold.
We had kicked the idea around a little bit that we were going to maybe get together, do a little duet. He comes to my hometown. Whenever he's in town, we get together and we try to put something, you know, go creative.
I'm the king of karaoke. I'll be here all week. Give me some money.
So
duet of Daydream Believer. He was doing a book signing, and unfortunately what happened was I had scheduled ahead of time a champagne enema, which I have every third Saturday throughout the fall. But he does keep in touch. We talk. We've got some projects that we're going to be working on, I think, somewhere in the next, well, he says he'll call me. And he hasn't called me yet, but I'm sure he will. I'm sure he'll call.
It's really funny, man. It's like the girls, when they come up, and my girlfriend, she noticed this before I did, and they always come up when they would talk to you. They always want to rub their breast on you, you know what I mean? That's how close they want you. And my girlfriend's like, you see her rubbing her breast on you, man? And I'm like, you know me, I play it off, I say, I don't even pay attention. So me, I don't even pay attention to that stuff, I said, people, come up and talk to me. I said, I'm working. I got my mind on the board, Not watching all the women out in the bar.
Right now, I'm ready to be in a play. It's Sound of Music, and I am Sister Sophia. In this performance, we're actually, we think it's going to be a really big turnout, about 15, 20 people there every night, and I think this will take me to a whole new level, another step in this whole performing thing. My next performance is X-Files on Ice. It's an off Broadway version, and I'm going to be playing Scully, which is actually the main character, so I really think that that's going to be my springboard.
Right through the very heart of it, New York, New York.
This is Sven. He's my live-in aerobic instructor. As you see, I need him very much because I love tennis, and I play tennis so well with my partner Sven, but he always makes me look superb. I'm probably glowing, but that's just a natural accompaniment. That's okay, hon. We'll take care of it.
These little town blues are melting away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York.
He not only is my aerobics instructor and my accompaniment for all my sports events, for ski, for tennis, but he also knows exactly what to do to get me ready to be on stage. He gives me a great face. The hair is always perfect. He knows exactly what I wear, what I look good in. I could not live nor do it without him.
A long, lonely time.
You inspire me so.
He brought it in his sack, yeah. Right early next morning, he brought my letter back. She wrote upon it, return to sender. How I get ready for a show, I just hit me a couple of these babies. You can really see the fried bananas and the peanut butter on there. Dr. William Coleman's cough medicine. Helps my voice. This here, my favorite spatula. It's a little torn, but I got it at Spatula City. Basically, fills me with drive. I get out there and I perform and I sing and I'm doing my thing. I'm out there, the music's going, I'm sweating, the lights are on me, and then, excuse me, peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Never leave home without them.
I'll tell you what, Anthony Falcone, I'm ready, man. I've been wearing my boots. I mean, it's the quiet before the storm. I almost feel like the beast side of me is getting ready to just erupt. So, I mean, I'm fired up. Right before I put on my outfit, I like to eat some barbecue pork rinds, Funyuns, and 3 Snickers in that order, with a liter of chocolate milk. I think it generates a little bit of everything and lots of energy, and I need the carbs. So, if that's all the question.
I've got to run to keep from hiding. I'm bound to keep on riding. I've got one more silver dollar, but I'm not gonna let them catch me, no. I'm not gonna let them catch the midnight.
It's just, when I sing, when I'm on stage and the light's there and I just get the butterflies, I mean, it's beautiful. It's like my own little ballet. I'm up there and the focus is on me, and I feel like deep down I'm touching every one of those people individually. I'm caressing their soul and I'm hugging their heart. And I just feel like it's a big group hug in any lounge or any bar I sing at. And, you know, right now I haven't really got any positive feedback that people are like, well, you know what, you touched me. But I think deep down I am. And just the way I hit the notes and, you know, I almost feel like I hear people weeping in the background.
Recently, I just got back from the Himalaya Mountains, where I took one of these package tours, or I don't know what you call it, but you know, you write a big check, and then you go away for a few weeks, and we go to the Himalayas in search of the Yeti. And I guess in layman's terms, it's abominable snowman, something like that. But what we've done is we've gone in search of this huge, giant creature who lurks within the mountains, and is kind of a mythological character, kind of like the Loch Ness Monster, who I still think is definitely a real monster. I mean, don't you think that the Loch Ness Monster is real? So after weeks and weeks of exploration and discovery, and it was very exhilarating, we looked for the snow ape day after day after day, and we've been tracking the snow ape. We've been looking for the snow ape. We've been going, snow ape, where are you? Snow ape, hello? When we did find him, it wasn't so much of an ape as he was more like a snow chimp. He's a lot smaller in person, let's just put it that way. And he's not even really that white. He's more like a tan color. And that's where I hooked up with the Maharishi Yuhu. They call him the master, and he might be the master, he might not be the master, but he's my master, right? And he's taught me a lot of things: breathing techniques, vocal techniques, projection. And what it really does is it prepares me for the performance, whether it's at the nightclub, or it's on the street corner, or if it's in front of the stadium, or if it's even at the laundromat or the bowling alley. It doesn't matter.
Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check, check, 1, 2, check. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ace Travelin. I'm the king of karaoke. Traveling across the country to become King Karaoke in Las Vegas someday. I'm gonna sing some songs for you. Thanks for coming out, appreciate it. American woman, stay away from me, American woman. Mama, let me be. Don't come around my door. I don't want to see your shadow no more. Color light can hypnotize. Sparkle someone else's eyes. No woman, say get away. American woman, listen what I say. Ow! Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to the laundromat in this township. Don't be hanging around my door. I don't want to see your face no more. Color lights get hypnotized. Sparkle someone else's eye. Now woman.
Going out and singing when it's snowing, and you sing when it's raining, and you sing, you know, you just open up your soul. And basically that's what he's helped me do, is to open up my soul and give myself fully and entirely, dedicate my body to the art of karaoke.
A lot of people will sit around the bar and you watch the singers. A lot of them will be sucking on lemons, you know, and that's, you know, it works for a lot of people. Like when I was a fanatic when I first started, for probably the first 10 years anyway. I mean, I went out, I bought anything I heard that would make your smooth your voice out, you know, your vocal cords sound good and work smooth, you know. I was going out buying little bottles of peppermint stuff, you know, you just take a drop on your tongue, and, you know, I was doing the lemon thing and doing everything, you know, but, yeah, people totally, they get into it 100%.
One thing that I've really learned to be helpful when you're actually in a performance is to just feel like you're at one with your audience. And it really works, and I just tell myself, you are at one with your audience, you are your audience, you perform for yourself, you perform for them, and you are one, and that really helps.
I have to have the idea of what I'm going to sing. I have to go with the song. I have to feel the song. So I look through my song list, check it out, and usually the song that really grabs me is the one I go with. The one that really makes me feel whatever the moment is. Sometimes how my day's going. If my day's crappy, then I sing a song to make me feel crappy. Because it's all about emotions, how you can convey your feelings through a song, which is also good when I sing opera.
Se tu sospiri sul per me, gentil pastor.
I think she can go pretty far. I think it's how much you want to do what's necessary to do it, like anything else. I think the people at the top aren't necessarily the best people, but they have the greatest desire to be there.
If I don't think about it and just do it, then I can do it.
Right.
But if I look and if I think about it, then I can't do it. I get caught before that note. I get hung up on that note, and then I can't see it. And
Right.
I can't feel it. But if I don't think about it, if I just sing it and just do whatever it is, then I can sing it.
Singers.
It's when I don't think about it, then I can do it.
Did you understand that?
La Scala in Italy. That's the place where anybody who's an opera singer ultimately wants to wind up and be received well there. It's like New York times a million. I mean, well, at least it is for me. I mean, so. And most opera singers that are really serious about opera, you want to be at La Scala.
When I'm at karaoke, I feel like it's a show. I'm a performer. I'm an artist. I'm a legend in my own mind. Like when I'm up there singing karaoke, I don't know if it's Suspicious Minds or if it's Love Me Like a Teddy Bear, but I'm going to tell you, you better love me tender, because when I'm up there, that's my happiness. That's my stage. That's nobody else's. You're there to watch me, and watching me is like me performing like Elvis Presley. That's where my heart is. That's where my happiness is. Outside of there, I have my family and friends, and that's my happiness too. But they all understand that it's like my child is karaoke for me singing. It's my love. I've been singing at churches and places like that, you know, but I haven't really been able to sing out in karaoke live. And once I did get out there like that, it's like being a virgin. When you lose it once, you want it more. You know what I'm saying? So like when I lost my virginity at karaoke, I kept going and going and going. I was like the Energizer Bunny, honey, you know, and I'll never stop. That's just who I am.
So last week we
You know, Doc, I have no idea why I still have to come to these classes. I mean, I thought I was 5, that's it, boom, I'm done.
Well, I think there are some issues that we haven't quite gotten to yet. I think it's important that we keep this up. I think we're getting close to what might be really bothering you.
Doc, I tell you what, the other night, I went out, I got a heck of a victory. I beat the living tar out of this guy, right? Came home, had a 6-pack, boom, popped it open, started watching TV. And I'll tell you what, I saw this commercial for a waxing. You can wax your legs, your eyebrows, the whole bit. And so, out of curiosity, I just decided the next day to wax my legs. I'll tell you what, that's hard work.
Bobby Mackey's was actually the first place that I performed, and I've just always felt so comfortable and at home here. All the people here, I know them really well, and they always sometimes let me get first in line, and they always let me ride the bull whenever I want. It's like my second home. On performance day, I like to get here a little bit early and just soak in the atmosphere, feel the energy of the people. And actually, there's purported to be a ghost here, and I kind of feel at one because of that. It reminds me of when I was abducted by the aliens, and just sort of makes me feel comfortable. Last time I talked to you guys, I was doing that off Broadway version of The Sound of Music, and that got shut down after like 2 performances. Apparently there was an epidemic of mononucleosis that swept through the cast, so it got shut down. I didn't really mind because I wasn't the star. I should have been the star, but it's alright. I'm putting that behind me. What I'm focused on now is just tonight. It's all about tonight, and I really think that it's going to be a good night, and it's just going to help me discover who I am and be this country diva. That really is who I am. It's who I am.
Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome one of our favorite country singers right here at Bobby Mackey's, Miss Dakota Frost.
Every time I perform here, I try to scan through the audience and see if there's anybody who looks like a talent scout or anything. I really think that someday that they're gonna find me here. Maybe tonight's the night. We're in Kentucky, but I think that it's just like Nashville. I mean, I've only been to Nashville once, and it was a family vacation. We stayed at my grandma's farm, but I really think that it would be just the same. That's how I've always imagined Nashville to be, just like this.
I've been here 23 years, and I've seen a lot of singers come and go, and Dakota's one of the best. She's got a lot of potential. Talk about Shania Twain. I think she's right there with her. Maybe the next Shania Twain.
I think most people practice at home a lot anymore, way more than they used to, because, and the reason this is because that I know is because now, if you go out to a karaoke bar, you'll just look around on the tables. You don't just see, you don't just see the beer and the pop anymore. Everybody has got their own karaoke CDs that they bring theirself, just in case that bar does not have that song.
Poppies, something pleasing to the eye and soothing to the smell. Poppies will put them to sleep. Sleep.
That's from one of my favorite movies, The Wizard of Oz. And I mention that because on some level I think that maybe Judy Garland might be my spirit guide.
That I've heard
Okay, let me begin at the beginning. I was in Europe a little while ago, a few years back, before I really got into karaoke, before I really thought about what it was I wanted to do, how I would somehow work out my frustrations with not being able to do what I want to do in my life. So I was in this little store and I saw these little shoes. They were different material, porcelain, different things, and it just came to me. Midgets. The Wizard of Oz. Judy Garland. And then it was like magic. I knew that I had to sing karaoke, and I had to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and I had to become bigger than life. That's how I knew.
Yeah, baby, check that out, Gidget. Hey, come over here, look at this. You, come here. Them dogs, damn. Woo. They're always biting each other's ass. Hey, Gidget, come here. That's how I call my dog. Come here, Gidget. Come here. Come here. Look at that. You see that? That's what I do. Yep, that's right. That's what I do when people cross me. I shoot an arrow right through their jaw. And then I have a little memorial for them out in the backyard. Light up a candle, one candle. That signifies the end of Ace and Lloyd's relationship as karaoke partners. I like to play to the crowd because the crowd loves Lloyd. They like his weirdness. They like his weirdness. And it's kind of sexy, when I get out there, and they find that women just drool on that when I do that. It's just, I don't know what it is, but when I go, they just go, that's just crazy. Ace didn't see what Lloyd's vision was. And Lloyd's vision, his vision is cosmic, man. That's why I wear this shirt. You can see, it's cosmic. Because Lloyd became cosmic. That's I became interdimensional and cosmic about how I do karaoke and I do life and everything else.
In the key of G, baby. The key of G. All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
He wasn't, I guess the word I'm looking for is, he wasn't jiggy with it.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
We started doing songs together, and at some point we became combative. I'd say that's probably putting it lightly. Combative is probably lightly. I'd say we were downright confrontational.
I think you suck, and I think that you need to go back to wherever it is that you came from. Take your goatee and your tractor and just go home.
Basically, when we used to do a song by these two cats.
Yes, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you.
And what happened was we decided we really could not be representational or pay due homage to their abilities. So we thought we would lip sync it because they were such good artists. And what happened is we got disqualified. And Ace blamed it on Lloyd, and I blamed it on Ace, and that started the rivalry.
What's over there?
This is your performance.
Right there.
One little
Right.
word chip.
Right.
That's all it is to
Right.
me.
That's all I got for you.
And since that point, we've had confrontations where it's gotten kind of crazy. He slapped me with a pickle. Don't even put that ketchup packet up next to me. Don't even. He's out to get me. So now I basically devote my life to to finding ways. I say stalking's probably, damn. Now my revenge is gonna be in Las Vegas because he's not gonna be there, and I'm gonna make sure that he's gonna be somewhere else, probably with like a hole in his gums down here like that.
I've been going over the notes from the first couple of sessions, and I've narrowed it down to two possibilities as to what your troubles may be. The first, along the stress and anger management side, I believe adding fruits and vegetables to your diet may benefit that, and it may solve that issue. On the other hand, bear with me here, I think you may be suffering from a condition known as transvestite fetishism.
What do you mean? I need more fruit in my diet.
What ended up happening, there was something emotional, spiritually, physically, mentally, it just all started to turn on me. I felt like I was almost turning on myself. Emotionally, I wasn't stable. Physically, I went overboard. I started getting bitch tit.
At times, I feel bloated. I feel more emotional. Some weekends, some weeks, I get that not so fresh feeling.
Spiritually, it brought me down. I mean, like, you're working so hard for your goal for 2 years, and all of a sudden you feel like you can take the short road.
I'm shaving my legs more. I've painted my fingernails and toenails. I don't know, man. Am I? I don't know. That's why I'm coming to you. Is that right? I'm coming to you because I want answers. That's all I want. I want answers.
And we're working on those.
I think that's right, because I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm not into this for some reason. Are you sure it's? I don't think so.
I think so.
Well, try it one more time.
Okay.
Now remember, calm. No, like this. Calm down. You can do this. Okay, here we go. Now try. Okay, here we go. Okay, now listen. Because you know I have a wonderful ear for this. You know what? You're just not into it today.
I've yet to perform in Vegas yet. That's my biggest dream, is to perform there. That's why I hope I do good in this karaoke competition. But this is how I get ready. I light the candles. T, C, B. I like to touch all the records so I get every feeling of every Elvis moment in my life. This is me. This is me, the vase. And there's the spirit of Elvis Presley inside.
Before every show that I do, I call Miss Cleo. We're tight. And she gives me a little forecast on, what I need to do and just what's in my future. And I'll know beforehand if it's going to be a good show or a bad show and how it's going to end up. Also, the next day after that, that's a week in advance, and 6 days later, I start praying to the aliens. And I know that they hear me. And we have such great communication. I can come to them anytime, and they always hear me.
My competitors don't prepare the same way that I do. I don't think they prepare at all. I have an advantage. I mean, obviously my vocal ability is a tremendous advantage. I mean, that's obvious, right? But the other advantages that I create for myself are in my preparation. It's my diet, it's my exercise, it's my rehearsing at home. While you're sleeping, I'm preparing, okay?
I am the apple of my eye. Ooh, oh. That's why I'll always be around. Sweet low, sweet cherry heart, coming bold to carry me home.
While everybody else is out getting drunk and screwing around and being irresponsible, I'm one that is preparing, I'm planning my next move. Everybody else is out there and they think they can just get up and sing. And it's all BS, don't buy it. In order to be the best, you have to prepare to be the best. You have to know where you're gonna go before you go. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think at this point in our sessions, I would like to roll out the need for fruits and vegetables. I think the issue at hand is definitely the transvestite fetishism. And does that bother you in any way? Do you feel comfortable with that?
You can feel free to sing along, especially all the ladies out there, because it's all about bad boys.
I feel like I've opened my horizons. I'm more open-minded now because of these sessions. I'm taking in the world with both eyes instead of one.
I want you to know that I'm happy for you, and I wish nothing but the best for you both.
But I feel good. I mean, how can you look at me? How could you not feel good? I mean, I just feel like a different person, but with the same aspects of the old person.
And older version of me. She perverted like me. Well, she goes down on your knees and I beat her.
I'm completely different. I'm two different people now. That's one.
Are you happy with your two people in one?
Yeah, but sometimes I do look in the mirror and I get a little confused.
Cause the love that you gave, that we made, wasn't able enough for you to open wide. No! And every time you speak her name, does she know how you told me you would hold me until you die? But you're still alive!
I mean, when you're a blonde and now I'm a brunette, I don't know what to wear all the time. This is still new to me. I mean, I got shoes I gotta match. I mean, I think this matches. Does this look good? Does this shirt make me look chunky?
I think you look okay.
Because now I'm torn. I have my old dream and my new dream. My new dream, I went to a karaoke bar and I brought down the house.
It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave away. No, no, no!
And now I'm almost torn to go away from my old dream of becoming a pro wrestler. And now, do I need to get bigger? Do I need to thin out?
So this has made a major impact on your career goals and aspirations?
Oh, career goals, life goals.
It's not fair to deny me of the cross I bear that you gave to me.
Because one day, Carnegie Hall, I want to be in front of everybody, singing Barbra Streisand, Bette Midler, Cher. Isn't that just so delicious? Ooh, I could do so much.
Give it up for Adrian!
Oh yeah, baby. You're pretty. You're kicks and ass. That thing just kicks and ass in my bed. That little guy is nothing. He's nothing. You're the king, baby. You're the king.
I'm ready for my next show. It's gonna be a big one. I'm just warming up, and you know, I've chosen some songs that I think are quality songs.
Damn, those hits.
But the problem is that I have to deal with drunk people in the bathroom, and that's why I'm getting my own truck, my own Winnebago, so that I can have a dressing area, and I don't have to do this.
Now
I
I'm
can do it
telling
on
you,
my own.
boy, when heads comes up, hey, heads, when heads comes up, boy, that means you're going down. Heads come up, tails come down. Land on a tile, that means you're going down.
I don't think so.
That's it. See? This here's all my planet. I own this planet. You live on, you're a minor speck on my planet.
Welcome to the Wizard. Hi, Tin Man. You got your oil can with you? Are you ready, sugar? Tell me where it squeaks. I'll make it go away. That's right, baby. No, a little bit more to the left. One moment, please. Yes, baby. Oh, God, yeah. What a nice axe you have. All that for me? Sure. Yeah. There's no place like home. Don't forget the ruby slippers. Don't spill a drop of oil. I'll have to spank you. Same time next week? Bye. I can't do this anymore. They're all freaks. I'm tired. I want the lawsuit to be over. I want to pursue my goals. This Las Vegas thing, it's only a launching pad. Exposure, money, all in preparation for the one thing I want to do in my life. Sing opera, become the music, live my dream. Opera. That's what I was really meant to do. That's what I was really meant to feel.
Some of the biggest stars that I met all felt the same thing. They had bad times, but you've got to be determined. You got to believe in yourself. You got to feel confident when you have that mic in your hand or whatever you're doing. Whatever your talent is, you got to believe in yourself that you're going to make it. I mean, you have to have a goal, no matter if it's my business or any other business. You have to have a goal in your life, and I mean, I really believe that. If you got a goal, you'll keep going for that goal. My goal when I was 13 was to play Las Vegas.
I always dreamed of having on my property a big enough land and a big enough barn to where 7 nights a week somebody could come on my property and sing in a very, very well staged, very, very well lighted, and very, very well sounded karaoke barn. It's got a bar in it. It also has a place to where kids can play. And I want to build maybe about 10 rooms in the place to where people can come and stay.
I couldn't judge a contest because there's so many good singers out there now, and there's some terrible singers out there, but you know, all the good ones are definitely going to get in the contest, and a lot of the bad ones too, but everybody thinks they're the best. Everybody's friends think they're the best, so every time you have a contest, when it started out to just be fun, now these contests, these people, they're looking at themselves like professionals, and when just one person can win that contest, it's a big letdown for everybody. I mean, a big letdown, you know, when you're standing there waiting and you think your name's going to be called for #1 and you're not, then it's hard on, because I've been there.
You got to be determined. You can't be discouraged. That's all I can say to you. If you fall down, just keep going. Pick yourself up. If it's meant to be, you'll make it.
To be honest with you, I saw this on a poster. I was in a lounge doing karaoke, and I saw how you could go to Vegas, and it almost, since I was so committed to get there in wrestling, I figured, man, you know what? Maybe I would just swing off and go to Vegas. You never know.
I'll tell you, last time I was in Vegas, it was a treat. I didn't get to do much. I did a lot of gambling. Was very drunk half the time. I actually had an incident where I almost OD'd.
You know, usually in a contest, you end up with 3 to 4 that are like at the top of the line, you know what I mean? And they're so close, it's hard to pick, but you have to pick one. You have to pick one of them.
The personal recognition of being the best there is, and then just the glory of watching all those other bitches look at me and go, uh-huh.
I mean, wouldn't that be the ultimate dream? Like Friday night, I'm singing, I'm tearing it up with the greatest, right? Tony Bennett, Frank Sinatra. I mean, I could be one of those. And then the next night, I could be busting skulls at the MGM. What do you think of that? To me, that'd be the ultimate highlight.
I don't know where this will take me. I hope that I can be famous in some way, but you know, if New York isn't the thing, then I can go anywhere, you know? People will see me and they'll know that I have talent, and they can believe that I can do anything I want.
Don't be discouraged when you fail, because only very few make it quickly.
I would have Elvis decorated everywhere. I'd have an Elvis statue built. That's what I want. I want an Elvis statue built at my front property, where everybody can just go by and say, oh, that's the king. You know, that's where Ernest Hefner lives, an Elvis impersonator. You know, one of the greatest Elvis impersonators ever to live.
To me, I'm going 100% with the karaoke, because I want to be there. I want to see Anthony Falcone in lights. Just if it's on the smaller thing, that's what it is. And I hear they have excellent buffets too.
I've never had failures before. Totally unacceptable. Do not even think about it. Failure's a non-existent word.
I always got this saying, if all else goes wrong, don't worry, the king is watching.
You got to understand something. You got to be awful lucky. You got to have the talent, but you also have to be in the right place at the right time.
For all you people out there that's going to be in this big finals contest, better watch out because I will be there.
Welcome to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. You think it's hot outside? It's really going to get hot in here. The 2002 Karaoke King of Karaoke Championship. Let's hear it. We'll welcome our first performer. He's from a long way. He's known as the Cincinnati Sinatra, Mr. Matt Snow.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
Let it rip, let it fly. Come on, baby, say it. Do you think I'm gonna cry if I fall? I ain't gonna die. So if you wanna say goodbye, don't take no day. Now let it rip, let it fly.
She walks through the corner, lean down to the dirt. Her hair's long like gold in the hot morning sun. She took all the love that a poor boy could give her and left me to die like a fox on the run. Go! Walk out the door. Just turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to break me with goodbye? You think I'd crumble? You think I'd lay down and die all my life? I'll be surprised. Would you swear that you'll always be mine? Or would you lie? Would you run and hide? Am I in too deep? Have I lost my mind? I don't care, you're here tonight. I can be your hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain.
The place where nobody dares to go. The love that we came to know. They call it Xanadu.
I've seen troubles all my days.
Walking for the man every night and day. And I never
hears that the king is dead. Well, let me tell you, the king's not dead. He lives. He's here right now. Welcome to the stage, the great rest is to sing the Lord. The giant movie in the sky. Where's all my soul sisters? Let me.
Sisters go, sister soul, sister flow, sister day, sister go, sister soul, sister flow, sister back more down the road, River Rouge, shining herself on the street.
Yeah.
She said, hello, hey Joe, you want to give it a go? Oh, voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Oh yeah. Money is a god of bells, love that we're about to kick. Straight out of gate, we independent women. Some might mistake us for whores. Well, I stand there when you can stand by. Oh! We can love all of these and four hands, band, lead chicks. We all lose!
Coming up next from Wichita, Kansas, we've got something that's really hard for me to say. We've got Betty, Bobby, Bridget, the Baker sisters!
Love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you.
What I'm doing now is I'm training. I'm getting ready to go up to Canada here in about a week and a half, and I'm gonna go look for Bigfoot. Bigfoot. That's what this is all about. It's about the Sasquatch. Ace Stradlin's gonna get out there, he's gonna get back to nature, and he's gonna bring Bigfoot back, dragging, kicking, and screaming, because Bigfoot's a big pussy. I've got some leads on to where maybe I could find him. He's been reported to be somewhere near Vancouver. The conditions in Vancouver are very similar to what they are here. That's why I've come to this place right now to do training. Never know what's going to happen. That's why I train in the nude. I'm basically very tribal in my approach to conquering the Sasquatch and finding out the true meaning of what Bigfoot and where Bigfoot is.
Why pursue Bigfoot? I'll tell you why. Because there's certain things that people have accomplished and people can do. People have proven that they can do. Nobody's proven that they can capture Bigfoot. Nobody has gotten real proof of the Sasquatch. He's out there. I could smell him.
It's been that long, winding road. I tell you what, Vegas was my dream, and I got there, and everything I thought was at my hands, was at the doorstep, and I was knocking. I was going to grab the brass ring. Unfortunately, the judges did not see my talent the way I saw or see my talent.
Good afternoon, folks. I'm so glad you could join in. I'm so happy you could be with me. I am no longer doing karaoke, as sad as it seems. I'm really tired of that, but I've launched a new business, and I want to invite you to the Mikasa Hour of Power, because I want all of you ladies to be as wonderful as I feel that I was when I was doing karaoke. And I know that you will be so happy with what I have to offer you, because it will empower you. It will make you me. What more could you want?
Well, I guess since I didn't make it as a star, karaoke star, or as an Elvis impersonator, I'm going to something new now. I think I'm gonna try the good old outdoors.
Survivor is the key. And that's why I have opened up my own television and training course called Survivor Wannabes. Now, there's not much to it. Just got to send in me a tape. Tell me why you want to be a survivor. And I'll bring you out here to my own little Paris Island, and I'll train you.
So this is the place where it all first happened, where I was first abducted by aliens. And every year I just like to come back here and put flowers on the site where I was first lifted up and just sort of remember my alien friends, everything, all the wonderful things that came from it. It's really pretty emotional for me when I come back here. Sometimes I shed a tear just because they were such great friends and just such an inspiration to everything that my life has become from now. You know, not everything works out, but I know that the aliens are always with me in spirit.
You know, I just decided that what I needed to do is change my focus. I needed to find something that was a little more physical, was a little more demanding. And, you know, in Las Vegas, it was a fiasco, and it was embarrassing. I went to Vegas, and I became what I thought was going to be the king of karaoke. But what happened was the competition, I thought it was rigged. I thought that there was some people there that didn't belong there. They were more on the professional level instead of serious amateurs. And, you know, I just have a bad taste in my mouth from, you know, from the things that happened in Las Vegas. And sure, I sound like I'm bitter, and I'm not bitter. It's not something that that really will change my life one way or another.
Started to wander the streets aimlessly. I couldn't hold a job, not even one of my own making. And since I do love animals, I decided that one day, since I was homeless, I started taking in animals off the street. That led to another job, a job with the Humane Society, sheltering animals, taking care of them. And I thought, you know, with all the injustices in the world, I could somehow undo the things that have been done to me, the injustices with the losing of the karaoke contest. I can't believe I lost that, but you know, that's another story. The lawsuit, I can't believe I lost that. That's another story. So I decided that I would become a crusader for animals.
Oh, so how I came up with the name? Very easy. One Saturday night, I'm at home. I'm in my bathtub. I'm Mad Anthony, right? Well, you know, thinking about my therapist and some red hot fishnets, and all of a sudden the Galactic Spooge came on. Hey, no problem. I called up Brett and Zoe. I said, listen, I got the name of the band, and I told them, and I think it kind of it made them hot. It made them hot. So that's what it's Mad Anthony and the Galactic Spooge. It's going on tour. We're going all over the place, and I'm thinking right now we're going to go small clubs, and we'll work up to the stadiums. Once we hit North America, we'll start maybe conquering the world.
I still wear it a lot. The tiara.
I've been in the
tiara is
the cable access
your
industry for about
signature as
15
well.
years, and I've seen a lot of people
If
come
you
and
will
go,
look at this,
and I
you can
really
have
know
how outstanding this
when a
is.
person has
Imagine
success.
how
I've
you
followed
would
the
feel
career of
walking into
Sally
a nice
Slidell.
restaurant with
I've
this
seen
on,
the
going
post-teen
to the
career of
grocery store
the two
with
Corys,
this
Corey
on.
Haim, Corey
Imagine how
Feldman,
special
and I
this
know
is
when a
going to
person's
make
got
you
that
do.
really
And when
special
you wear
something,
this, I
and
know you
she's
will
got
think
it.
of me, because after all, I am the one who made this come to life.
I guess I gave up trying to be an Elvis impersonator. I gave up my dream. One day I was in the bathtub and I was just singing in there because I always carried a little karaoke outfit built into my wall in my bathroom. And I dropped the mic and electrocuted myself. And oh, it's not funny. It's not funny. I got this vision, a light came to me, and it says, "You need to be a survivor trainer."
Karaoke thing didn't really work out, but it's okay because I had a really successful run in Kevorkian and the musical. I played the nurse, and it was an off Broadway version that was just really great.
Where I'm destined to be is with a spear in one hand, maybe a Budweiser in the other hand, and just hunting down that freaking Sasquatch. You know, I'm coming back with them. I'm coming back with a carcass, and I don't care if it's a live carcass or dead carcass. It doesn't matter. It's just all a matter of succeeding in the outdoor pursuits of things that are unknown. there are things that are unknown and there's things that are unknown. And in between there are blind spots.
Since I was already singing at the zoo to the animals on my own, I just happened to be there one afternoon and I came across a newsletter, and in the newsletter was an ad for a behavioral scientist. Though I'm not trained in that field, I felt like I had something to offer because I had seen on my own, you know, what I could do. So I answered it. I went to them and I said, you know, look, I don't have any training, but I feel like I can help you. I can do it. And they spoke to me, they talked with me, and they said they would give me a try. And they had these two apes that just, you know, for whatever reason, weren't getting it together. And it was really crucial that they made and produce offspring to continue this species. So I said I would go there and I would try.
I know you gotta have a top A song list when you go on tour. And that's why I came up with Melody and Mosh Pit. I think with all my experience in the ring, on the stage, wearing pumps, I mean, I've came up with it. And people, I mean, the mosh pit, have you ever seen a mosh pit? It's nuts. It's an organized riot. You got all kinds of emotions down there. And I want to come in with melodies of the mosh pit. My songs won't make the world go round. They won't even make people sing. But I tell you what, my songs personally will. Hey, do I have to tell you again? Hey, Matt Anthony, Galactic Spooge. It's not two people making up behind a drum set. My Lord, get a room. I mean, I know this is your house and all, but get a room. Spooge.
I have a very special offer for you. You can now own a CD of all my best karaoke performances. I am so proud of this, ladies. You can put this on and listen to this as you're getting dressed, wear your tiara, walk around the house, put this in the car, slap it into the CD player in the car, put your tiara on. Even if you have the casual one on, you'll still feel good.
You better run, Megan! You better run! 1, 2, 3, 4. By training my soldiers, I just hope by one day that they come back with one of the people that I've trained as a winner, and hope that I get some of the benefits from it. Hopefully one day they'll remember who trained them. And still run in place! You gotta get your knees up. You gotta get your knees. Get your knees up like this! Get your knees up! All right, take a break. I think you can do good.
So then I decided that I really just needed a part for myself. So I'm in the middle of writing Brady Bunch Lost in Yonkers, which is based on my own family.
When I was a little kid, I had the big gym with the kung fu grip, right there. And I had the big camper, and I had like, well, I didn't have Barbie and Ken, like the little super toe, like you hit the guy in the head and he kicks the ball, you know. And I had these little toy games and things like that, like you go beep, 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 bop, beep. And you know, like my analogy, I guess the point I'm trying to make is life is a big game. You know, basically what Ace Stradlin needs is a kung fu grip. He needs one of those little buttons on his back, so you know, anybody messes with me, I can just back into something and poof, like that. You see that? Right there.
I just began to sing, you know, just humming at first, trying to gather myself, and then I began to sing, and they looked at me, and the male sort of, you know, started to be really interested, and he picked up a branch of what I think is some leaves or something, and he offered it to the woman, and she took them. Where before they were being very, very standoffish, they were really beginning to connect. And I did this every day for about 2 weeks. I did it for about 3 separate hours, you know. And eventually I noticed that more and more they began to connect. And then one day, right in front of me, they got together. I felt responsible for that. I feel responsible for them getting together, and sure enough, she's pregnant. It just makes me feel so good, you know? It makes me feel so good that I can help someone
I couldn't even help myself.
So Anthony Falcone was down in the ring. I got kicked around on stage. Some people say I got my ass kicked in Vegas. I beg to differ. But now here I am in a garage. I got new dreams. I got better dreams. Anthony Falcone and the Galactic Spooge. We're on fire. I'll tell you what, kids, you know what? I should be a role model. Because every time I'm down, I get back up and I go after my dreams. Because Anthony Falcone is no quitter.
And that kid sucks.
Yeah.
Listen to this CD, close your eyes. At the very end, it'll almost be like a meditation process. You'll think about all you can be, then think about me. Wear the tiara, think about all you can be, then think about me. Wear my cologne, think about all you can be, but most importantly, think about me.
It's like I'm a fish. When you're born, you realize you're meant to do something. Mine was to be the king. But now that I've found peace in myself, I've now come to realize that I'm not the king anymore. I am a spiritual being. I can finally rest the king. The king has now left the building. I am now one with myself. I can now start my life.
I think they're back. Take me! They're here! They're here! Take me! Take me!
Makes me so happy and so proud. Look at that little baby. I did that. Well, I should say my voice did that. It's taken so much out of me, but it's well worth it. All worthwhile. They weren't getting along. Oh, gosh. After 2 years, this is the fruits of my labor. I'm so proud.
It's all about attitude and determination. That's all it is. And if you can have a good enough attitude about conquering something that's unknown and bringing it to reality, that's where the magic starts to happen. I'm all about magic. I'm in the magic business. I make things happen. I'm a miracle worker, and I can do it. Karaoke, that was fun. But bringing back the Sasquatch, that's going to do it for me. That'll do it for me. Watch for me. I'm coming. Bigfoot, I hope you're out there. I hope you're watching this, because I'm coming to get you. I'm dead serious. I'm coming to get you.
set my soul, gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's a pretty woman waiting out there for Lord. They're looking at her. Oh. With your neon flashing and your one-arm band is crashing all those hoes down the drain.
Viva Las Vegas, turning night into nighttime, night into day. You see it once, never be the same again.
I'm gonna keep on running, I'm gonna have just some fun. If it costs me my very last dime, I wind up broke and will get on the strip that I had a swinging time.
I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Hey, look, please let me not get hot. And let me shoot a 7. Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva Las Vegas! Viva!
Yeah, go ahead. Dude. Oh, shit. Man, I got nothing to hold on to. Jesus, man.
That's gonna be great, though.
Wasn't that bad? God. Oh, check that brain, man. I gotta see that.